Okay, so I'm about to drop a little nugget. This is for people who are struggling lightening up a certain area of your body. So yeah, this is only for if you are serious, you've tried everything, because this is highly concentrated and it is going to work, right? So whatever you've been struggling with, it is going to work. But again, I only recommend this to people who are really having a hard time. And you can use this, it's primarily made for knuckles, but you can use them on feet, elbows, inner thighs, whatever area that you're having that's like super, super stubborn, super thick skin, whatever. It's the highly concentrated knuckle lightening cream, and it's a part of the Tru Skin line for SHCGlutathione. This stuff, first off, it comes in an airtight container, which I prefer airtight. If you guys know anything about vitamin C, there's a lot of types that are in kind of just like little screw bottles or like little jars, and I'm sorry, but it just doesn't keep the ingredients as active for long enough when air can hit it, or when the container that it's in is an opaque container. You should not be able to see through it. You should not be able to like shine a light through it. And so this already, just the way like it's packaged, you can't see through it. It is airtight, so you only get out just a little bit at a time once you like press down, so air isn't contaminating everything. I did not know, and I'm not getting paid to say this, guys. I'm not getting any money. I did not know that it was going to be as strong as it is. I put it on my, kind of like by my underarm area, because I was having some darkening, just like on that, you know, that little like chubby little area. So I was putting it there, and I didn't prep the area, which if you go on their website, they have another I guess a 2-pack of this, where it's like, it's the highly concentrated knuckle cream, but then it's like this exfoliator that you use first. So I didn't use the exfoliator. I was just kind of putting it on this little, you know, the little chubby area in between my pit and my chest. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's really starting to lighten. And it's funny because like the area first will kind of darken a bit because it's, kind of taking off like the first layer of skin. So you are going to have some peeling, and I feel like the peeling is going to last for at least a couple of weeks. Like I said, I'm also using other topicals on top of it, but I only started to lighten when I started using this. Like I could tell, and I immediately stopped using it because I was like, oh, it's about to get me several shades darker than the other areas, because I wasn't putting this everywhere. I was just spot treating. So I was like, let me hold up. Let me hold up for a second. So yeah, right now I'm in the peeling stage, and I'm just being really easy with it. Today, I'm only dry brushing a couple times a week. So today is actually dry brush day, so that's going to take off a little more of that darker skin around it. So it's going to help it blend in with the surrounding skin a little more. But I only recommend this for people who have very stubborn areas that just absolutely won't lighten, because this stuff is going to lighten so well that you don't want it to be several shades lighter than the rest of your skin. You know what I mean? So the way my knuckles are looking right now, they already kind of blend in with the rest of my hand. So I'm not going to use this on them. You know what I mean? Like, you need to use these only if your area is a few shades darker than the rest of your skin. Like if it is a noticeable difference, right? So don't try to use it just because it's just like one shade darker. And if you do, you need to be very careful because it's going to get it light. Also, use the exfoliator before. That's also going to help just evenly lighten the skin. Again, on the little areas that I used it, I didn't use the exfoliator prior, and I wish I would have. So learn from my mistakes. Also, if you guys are having like issues just with lightening in general and you really need some help, like this is for serious people only, I do have a tier on Patreon. It is like a VIP tier, and I will help you out. Whether I have to send you products, I will help you out. But this is, again, only for people who have already tried everything. Like you need help. So yeah, definitely check that out. But again, I think I was surprised by just how much this highly concentrated cream works. So again, if you are only maybe one shade darker, I don't recommend it. This is just for those really, really stubborn areas, and kind of watch it. For some of you, if you want to, it says to put on 2 times a day, but start off small and just see what happens. The active ingredients are pharmaceutical grade kojic acid, alpha-arbutin, niacinamide, and then MAP vitamin C, which is funny. I've heard of MAP vitamin C, but I can't, like, off the top of my head remember what does that stand for. But just know, like, just already, just the way that this is packaged, and I don't know if they have anything else on their website that's packaged quite like this, but this airtight container is the way to go. And you know, if you spend like a lot of money on Junk and Elephant products, they all have like the airtight container. I'm sorry, but the serum bottles and like little jars with like the screw tops, you know, it's gonna it's gonna let in some air, and I definitely noticed that with some products it does kind of take away their strength over time. So just already, I just love how they have it airtight and on lock. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will have links to this in the description as well as to Patreon.